The city that made the man. David Hockney is one of the world's most famous artists, and it all began in West Yorkshire. Hockney was born in Bradford and lived with his parents, 3 brothers and 1 sister. And after studying at Bradford Grammar School, he began his dedication to the pencil at Bradford College of Art. But it was here at Cartwright Hall where Hockney's scribbles really came to life. In the mid-50s, Hockney would visit Cartwright to draw, and these are the original birds that were here at that time. After years spent crafting his skills in West Yorkshire and at the Royal College of Art in London, Hockney wanted to paint an even bigger picture and moved to Los Angeles. On the 9th of July, Hockney will be celebrating his 80th birthday, and as a sign of appreciation, Cartwright Hall has dedicated a whole exhibition about his life. Jill is the curator of the exhibition and gave us a special tour ahead of its launch today.
This section here is called the studio, and we developed this to give a kind of insight into David's practice, how he actually makes his art, and also for a children's point of view, that they don't necessarily always understand how things go from being in an artist's studio to being on the wall of a gallery.
And Jill says it's important to engage with children in places like art galleries, and so have placed animations around the gallery that relate to the section they're in. And small reminders are also dotted around to encourage young people to achieve too.
But what's interesting about this one is that it still has the mark on it here, so it was something he submitted as a piece of work at college, and he's been given 70 out of 100 for that piece, so which I hope is an inspiration to all, children or young people who are, learning that everyone starts somewhere and you can always try harder,
And trying harder is something Hockney never stopped doing, and a short film has been made which documents just that.
Although he considers himself a painter, he's also a really accomplished printmaker. One of the things that he's always been interested in is how to depict challenging things in the real world, so things like water.
One of Hockney's most famous works is the Blue Guitar series, and it was his admiration for Picasso which inspired this, and Hockney actually worked with Picasso's master printmaker who taught him how to do the colour etching. The most precious elements of this exhibition are the moments captured with his family. A series of reproductions of his own photo albums are displayed of the times he'd come back from America to visit his parents. But it was in America where his work really took off.
So it follows a story starting up at the top with him selling an artwork and getting the money to be able to go to New York, and it follows through. When he went out to the States, there was all these people who had transistor radios, so they had, the transistors in their pockets and the headphone in their, in their ears, and he'd never actually seen them before. So he thought, because he's hard of hearing and he has hearing aids, he thought they had lots of people who were hard of hearing in the States, which I thought was quite an entertaining story.
Hockney was very good at keeping up with the times, and when the iPad was released, he was the first well-established artist to create a series of iPad works.
It was the first time for him that he actually could see how he's drawn, because he can replay it. You can see exactly which bits he draws and then which bits he goes back to. So I thought that was a really fascinating insight into exactly how he does draw.
And from curating this exhibition, Jill really has delved into David Hockney's life, and she hopes others can be inspired by him too.
So the whole thing's really been a big thrill, so I really hope that some of what I feel enthusiastic about him and his art has come across so that other people can, experience that as well.
The exhibition opened today on the 7th of July and will remain at the Cartwright Gallery. A special launch party invited people from all across West Yorkshire, and artist Carol, who also teaches at Bradford College of Art, says it's very encouraging.
And I think what's really interesting is all his drawings and how he was such a good draftsman and how that's come through over a period of time. My feeling is that he has the right to experiment because he has been through that initial process of learning how to draw. I think it's fantastic to bring it to Bradford, and I think it's a fantastic opportunity for students to see somebody that actually did study at Bradford College, and actually it's in this building as well, which is incredible.
This Sunday on the 9th of July, David Hockney will be turning 80, and as a celebration of his work and life, a free party in the park will be held at Cartwright Hall and Lister Park. There will be performances, creative workshops and interactive activities. So pencil in the date and wish happy birthday, Hockney.